Hi everyone, welcome to J Podcast. I'm Celine and that's Sarah. Today we are going to talk about Miss Universe. So the event just ended today. Is it? No, just ended yesterday. So
No,
uh
today, this morning.
yeah,
Okay, but
right.
by the time this video will be out, it will be like
A
end of
week.
the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today we are going to discuss what we thought of the competition and also
Mhm.
the idea of pageants in general. But I'm not a very big fan or follower of Miss Universe, so I will let Sarah tell you about the competition.
I'm just a fan. I'm not like a follower. I don't know the details of like the Miss Universe. I just watch it to see like who is pretty and whose like costume is nice, that kind of thing. So
Yeah, of
yeah.
course. That's what most people watch it for anyway. But
Uh-huh.
I don't. I mean, actually,
Okay.
yeah. I said to you earlier. I don't actually know people who actively watch Miss Universe. I've never been one to actively follow and actively watch. To me, it's just
Uh-huh.
like I would just maybe see on social
Okay.
media and I won't remember who is it.
No, I think most Singaporeans don't watch. Because like the last 2 days was Miss Universe, right? Then I went out with my friends. Then I was asking them, do you watch Miss Universe? They were like, no. Yeah, so it's like I'm the only one that watch Miss Universe. But then like on Twitter, right, because I set my Twitter location to Thailand. So like almost every day, right, I get to see like Miss Universe stuff. So they really treat it as a national sporting event.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, what are the judging criteria and what are the events? Like, just run us through the whole thing.
Okay. So from the preliminary competition, which was I think 2 days ago, and then the finals, which is today. So for the preliminary competition, there's the swimsuit, the national costume, and the evening gown. And then so like, I think if I'm not wrong, the scores from the swimsuit, the evening gown, and the closed door interview, right? The scores will lead to the 16th semi-finalists. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, if you didn't catch it, Miss USA won. Yeah, I'll put a picture of Miss USA here. Actually, okay. Then I guess this is my question and a lot of people's question, right? Is how do you rate someone's swimsuit score? And another one I don't understand, right? Is how do you rate their national outfit score because they are not the designer?
No, I don't think the national costume is one of the criteria for the finals. It's the swimsuit, evening gown, and the closed door interview.
Oh, okay. So the national costume is just
If you want to like consider the national costume as well, I don't think Miss USA will have won. Like
okay.
if you're free, you can go and see the video because no, she didn't do anything wrong. Like they did her very dirty for the national costume. Like it
Okay.
was so heavy she couldn't walk. You just go and like
Okay.
search a video on that.
So the national costume one is just like a additional thing.
Yes, correct.
I see. Okay, so
But they used to give out like awards for like who won the best national costume. But I don't know. I don't recall like for this year's one like who won. I don't think they even had that part.
okay.
Uh-huh. But then for the swimsuit competition, right, they'll wear a cape. So the cape, right, is up to
Yeah.
the pageants to like decide what will the designs be. So usually like the designs will be linked to the cause that they are championing.
Oh,
So
okay,
like
okay. I
for
did see
Singapore
some.
is I think she collaborated with the Mind School.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or like who else? Like, I think Canada, I think there was like a picture of like her country's flag and then like some green colored stuff to like represent like sustainability, like something like that.
Yeah, I saw the contestants. I mean, I look at their pictures and I thought the only thing I want to comment. Okay, I want to comment on their face, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's very subjective, so I would not say anything about that. And that's quite mean. But I would say like this year's Singapore costume, right, is the best costume that I have seen so far. And yesterday, right,
Yes.
I actually heard that I don't know. Sam was telling me that there were some like comments about the Singapore costume, like, oh, why didn't wear like a dress? Why wear pants? Like
It's
he was
nice.
he was telling me lah, like it's some.
Mm.
It wasn't his comment. It was comments he read online. Then
Uh-huh.
I was thinking like, I think it looks quite nice. Like even though it's not a dress, but I thought like the concept was so creative, and it looks so like pretty in pictures
Yes.
when you walk in that. So yeah, I
A lot of
am.
national costumes were not dresses.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was I thought that was like okay, can, but yeah, the but like, I think Singapore after the the Trump and Kim Jong Un one, nothing can go lower than that. But I'm glad that, you know, I find with Singapore, right, this type of competitions, I don't know why, but like they tend to put the focus on other countries. I feel like it's not about Singapore, it's about how Singapore is perceived by other people and what Singapore is known for to other people,
Okay.
rather than what we are proud of as Singaporeans. Which I think is very
Okay,
stupid.
okay.
Like, why are you in this competition if you are just like, you're not even like showcasing what your country has to show. So I think
No, I
this year
think
they
it's
did
hard
it well.
also. I think it's
Why?
hard as well because like for most of the other countries, right, they have their national costume.
Oh yeah.
Singapore, we kind of have like maybe it's like the SIA outfit, but then most of us don't recognize that as a national costume.
But I think for national costume, even if like it depends on your ethnic group, right? And if you follow
Uh-huh.
your ethnic group's costume and you just change it to look like elements
Singaporean.
of, yeah, like even if you use, let's say, Cheongsam, right? Because this year's one is a Chinese girl. If you have Cheongsam and you use like batik,
Uh-huh.
or like Peranakan style Cheongsam, I feel like that makes more sense than doing something like Trump. Okay, let's not
Kim
talk about
Jong
the worst
Un.
example. Let's not talk about the worst example. But there are sometimes that is very, you look at it, you're very like, what about that outfit looks remotely Singaporean? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. No, but this year's one is not bad. It's the
I know.
orchids,
I think
right?
this, yeah, this year's one. That's
Yeah.
why I said this year's one. I feel like it has the best outfit that I've ever
They
seen.
improved.
Is it the same designer? I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think after the previous year, then people keep commenting that I think they get fired or whatever, then just gone already. So okay, so let's talk about like the causes that they are supporting. You know, I find this very funny, right? That they have
Uh-huh.
like specific causes they're supporting. I mean, it's not that it's a bad thing, but it seems like something, right, that they just slipped it in so that it doesn't seem so superficial. You know what I mean? It's like, this is a beauty contest,
Okay.
and then you're like, oh, but
You can
I
champion those causes without being a pageant, right?
yeah,
You
that's
can
what I
do
was
it.
like.
Like if you really want to, you can do it, but you don't have to compete in this kind of thing to do charity.
Yeah, then they suddenly become like the face of it. I was like, okay, it to me, I feel like this is a very organizer thing. Like the organizers are like, okay, people are criticizing our event and saying that it's useless, so we are going to do something and make it like useful. Okay, we're going to put in charitable events. So we're going to make them pick, and then we're going to sponsor. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like that's a very like, what are you doing in this? What are you doing in this competition?
Okay. I think they have to change. Like last time it used to be about more of beauty, but then now, right, most of the pageants like they champion a cause, and then I think recently they make it a requirement for the delegates to have at least a university degree to qualify.
I think that's quite unfair.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't have access to education, right?
Yeah, and it's not just about access, but if you don't choose to go to university, it doesn't mean anything about you. What, like,
Okay.
you can be so many things without going to university. I mean, if you look at most of the models, right, like, and you see like, okay, like just give Gigi Hadid, or all of them didn't go to university. It doesn't mean that they're dumb. They're like making tons of money. They start their own business. It's like, okay, maybe Gigi is a bad idea, but like not idea, example. But like a lot of models didn't go to university. So I just don't understand like why that is even a requirement. So okay, so according to the
Okay, I guess
organizers,
it's like a job. Like every job has a whatever job requirement you have to
yeah, I guess
do that. Yeah,
so
just take it as a job.
I got this from Wikipedia. According to organizers, the Miss Universe contest is more than a beauty pageant. Although they are expected to participate in swimsuit and evening gown competitions, women aspiring to become Miss Universe must be intelligent, well-mannered, and cultured. Again, I don't understand what this means. No, okay. The idea of being cultured, right? I feel like it's so subjective. So I don't understand like why.
Maybe they get it from the closed door interview. Like I don't know. Maybe there's a way that they
No,
evaluate it from the
I
closed door.
definitely think that they get it from the closed door interview because
I heard it's a very in-depth interview. Like it's not just like they ask you one question and then or you just answer it properly like like how they do it in the finals. I heard it's a very in-depth interview. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the idea of beauty pageants, right? Just the
Okay.
idea of beauty pageants and whether you think it's a good idea or bad idea, or whether you agree or disagree with the idea of having beauty pageants at all, and some of the issues related to beauty pageants.
Okay, so I start first.
Yeah.
Okay, I only support the international ones. I don't watch the national competitions. Like, you know, in NUS, they have the faculty-based pageants, right? I always tell my friends, right, I hate it because everyone looks the same. Like, there's no diversity. Like, at least for the international ones, right, you can see, like, okay, different countries, like, what they define as good-looking. And I think it's just nice to see.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Yeah.
I
But I get that. I get why people, like, think that it should be cancelled. You know, like it's setting unrealistic beauty standards, and then and it's very superficial.
I
You
feel
know,
like
it's just nice to watch.
I feel like for university one, I find it very strange that a university would organize a beauty pageant. Okay, because to me, right, I have no problem with beauty pageants. Okay, so my idea of a beauty pageant is precisely it is supposed to be, to me, it's supposed to be superficial.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I tell you, I think on Earth, right, some people are born with intelligence, some people are born with beauty, right? These people born with intelligence, you don't ever hear people saying things like, oh, they're so intelligent, but like, you know, like so ugly, they can't go far in life. But people always say that about beauty, okay? But then you have different gifts that you're born with. Beauty is just one of them. So I don't find that there's anything wrong with choosing beauty. The only problem with that is that it's very subjective. But to be fair, intelligence is also something that is very subjective. So I don't have a problem with that. It's just I find it very weird that a university is promoting that.
Maybe they just want to have some fun. Like to make uni life more fun. Maybe that was the intention.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I've just never heard of universities running pageants among students. Like I've never
in
heard of
Thailand
it
it's
in UK.
common.
Really?
In Thailand it's common. Like every faculty will send a guy and a girl to compete like for this university-wide pageant.
Oh, so it's like Singapore.
Yes.
So strange, right? I just find the idea
Yeah.
like so like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. But yeah, but I think that's what I think, right? Miss Universe, like I don't find that there's anything wrong with competing to be the most pretty. I really don't find that there's a problem with that. Even if it's superficial, then it's like, okay, so what? There are a lot of superficial things. This is just one of them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I think,
I
right,
don't know.
the thing
I
with
just don't have a problem with Miss Universe.
I think the thing that I notice about Miss Universe is that the beauty, the look, right, is very Western.
Okay.
I find, okay, so like,
No, they like the mixed look. It's not just Western.
Yeah.
It's a very mixed look, like the Eurasian look.
yeah, I mean all the people who are sent from Southeast Asia, right? Not Singapore, but like the other ones.
Philippines.
especially Philippines, every year they send people who are not they just look, but they are mixed bloods.
Uh-huh.
And
Thailand also, like quite a few of them are mixed.
I mean, if you do it like a few times, right, I would still be like, okay, you know, that there are
Coincidence.
it's not coincidence, but like, okay, fine. But if you are constantly sending people who are only half white to your competitions, I can understand why, if you are like, if I'm Filipino, like full Filipino, and you are only sending people who look half white to your competitions to represent us as a country, I would be like, excuse me. You know what I mean? Like I really would feel that kind of way. So that's why I think like,
Oh, actually, you know that Miss USA is mixed.
she's black and white.
No, white and Filipino.
Oh really? How come I see the picture? Am I looking at the wrong picture?
She's white and Filipino.
Okay.
Okay, but previous years they are quite, you know, she's really Indian. And she's not mixed.
Yeah, it's not that I have anything against mixed people, but if you're constantly sending every year, I would be like, okay, but like, and Filipinos, right, have this reputation of being very good looking people, but only if they are mixed. That's the thing I find that is very. I find that
it's not my fault that I'm not half white.
Yeah,
I
feel that yeah, because just very specific example like Philippines, right? They already have this concept that lighter is better, and that if you are not mixed, you are uglier. Like you know. So when they do these kind of things, I just find that it makes it worse. You know, so you know what I mean. So that's why I feel it's very difficult for me to say like, okay, I fully support this. I don't have a problem with beauty competition. But when they do these type of things, I just feel like it's very damaging to the population's psyche in general. Because like you say, right, if these countries, especially like, if they take it as a national sport and so many people are watching, and they are looking every year that this is what it means to be a beautiful Filipino woman, like, that's what I really find it very strange.
Okay.
You
because
know, even
when I watch these pageants, I don't like, how do I say? I don't I won't get these thoughts. Like, I just celebrate their beauty. Like, I won't think that, okay, I always follow Miss Universe Thailand, okay, but and like most of them are mixed. But I don't look at them and feel like, oh, why I don't look like that, you know?
I mean, I don't know. I just find it strange for me to see. I feel like if every year Singapore sends someone who is mixed,
Chinese, let's say.
Yeah, like if every year they send someone who is Chinese, I will also find like,
yeah, okay.
why you
okay, that's
only
true.
sending
That
Chinese
was the
people?
problem. That was the problem I had with my university pageant. Because every year it's just Chinese.
Yeah, lor. So to me, that's where it gets like iffy when such things happen. And also because I was looking at all the pictures, then they really look very similar in terms of, you know, all like very big lips and very like very Western style makeup.
Can I say something? I don't know whether I'm going to get online hate for this, right? Okay, but from my very unprofessional...
There's not enough people listening to us for you to get online.
Okay,
don't worry. Okay, yeah.
What if you get famous one day and then like people try to dig out your past?
Okay.
Anyway. Okay, from my humble and unprofessional point of view, right?
Yeah.
I can tell that most of them did something to their face.
Fillers?
Yeah. Nose job or like double eyelid surgery. Like I feel like they did something to their face.
But that's common, but
yeah, I know. Like, but I feel like, don't you feel like it's even more like perpetuating like unrealistic beauty standards?
Okay, so I one other thing, right, that I guess people have a problem with is, do you find it very dehumanizing? Not dehumanizing, but like very like, you're just looking at them
Yeah,
walking around.
objectifying. Yeah.
Objectify.
Uh-huh.
Objectifying, walking around in their bikini and then looking at that, they'll be like, oh, this one not nice, that one not nice. But I guess they sign up for that lah. But do you find it very objectifying?
No.
Yeah, same. No.
Because like I know they are more than that. Like yeah, I know that they have the job, and I know that they are more than just like the swimsuit or the evening gown.
I think to me is I feel like they signed up for it lah. So if people say that
They know what to expect.
yeah, if somebody look at you and think like your body don't look nice or that's the thing, right? If you want to sign up for this type of competitions and then somebody go online or on your Instagram and say like, hey, actually your body not very nice, right? I feel like they are entitled to say that lah. Because you are actually subjecting
You're
yourself
putting yourself out there, yeah.
to be
You know
judged
people
on a
are going to
competition. So I would say that is fair game.
No, but most of them have very nice bodies anyway. Like nobody
like, I mean,
most
I feel like there's always going to be comments like, oh, this person is too skinny, or this person too much muscle, their muscle too big, not very
or
nice.
like the face, like this she's not pretty. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, is it wrong then to comment? I mean, we won't comment on this podcast, but like, we definitely have our own opinions on how charming they are, how they look, right? Yeah, that's why I mean, is it bad? Is it objectifying? Yeah, I would just say no. I feel like if you go on this, you subject yourself to this, you should know.
Okay. So the last question that I have is that what changes do you want to see in like this kind of pageant competitions?
You should say.
Okay, so like for Miss Universe, right, they have changed like over the years. So it used to be like to be able to compete, you have to be unmarried and you cannot be pregnant. And the maximum age was 28. And then recently they added on this university degree holder requirement. So like what other changes do you want to see?
So this was the question that the
They gave
finalists.
to the
Finalists.
but they made it in a like it's a more summarized version. But this was a question that was given to the finalists,
Okay.
to Miss USA.
Are they supposed to think of the answer on the spot and give him 1.5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, in 30 seconds.
Oh, 30 seconds. Okay, I think that Miss Universe should scrap the university degree.
Uh-huh.
And I think
No, but they added in there. Okay, but they had their own reasons for adding it in.
which is
Like to make sure that they are more than just beauty, you know? It was only added like last year. I think it was very recent.
but Miss Universe is a beauty competition, so I don't know why they are striving to make it not just about beauty. I don't know. That's something that I find very funny. So that and I think like Miss Universe, if you're going to have the swimsuit competition, why do you need to? Okay, whatever. What about you? What do you think you should change?
I feel they should scrap the swimsuit competition so that like more countries can join. You know, actually a lot of Muslim countries don't join because it's revealing.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I think this year only Bahrain joined. Then her swimsuit was like fully covered. But her evening gown was so nice. Like it was really pretty. Like it was my pick for the evening gown.
Okay, so that's what we would
Yeah.
change about Miss Universe. So thank you so much for watching. Let us know your thoughts, your favorite contestants, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye.